Hi, I'm Yuka Sato. This time in Cheer Up, I'll be talking with former sumo wrestler and Yokozuna Grand Champion Kise Sato to learn about what he's been doing since retiring in 2019.
Since his first bout in 2002, former Yokozuna Grand Champion Kise Sato had been one of the top contenders in the Grand Sumo Tournament. His career record was 800 wins and 496 losses. Since leaving the ring, he has continued to support the sumo world as the Nishonoseki Stablemaster.
I'd like to first ask you about your work right now. What kind of role do you play?
From May this year, I was transferred to the judging department and took on the role of judging sumo wrestlers during matches from ringside. I also oversee and manage a stable and am in the position of instructing apprentices.
As a stablemaster now, looking back to when you were wrestling, what are your thoughts?
It was truly fun. All I have are good memories. But looking at my performance, 99% of the time, there was a sense of failure and frustration, hardship and difficulty. But that 1% of joy I felt made up for everything else. How should I put it? That 1% makes me feel that my sumo life was spectacular.
Just a short while ago, you were also a student at graduate school. What made you decide to go to school?
I had an opportunity to talk with a professor there about why there wasn't a draft system in soccer. He said they don't have a draft system and instead spend money to nurture players from the junior leagues. And that was what he was looking into. The sumo world doesn't have a draft system, and we really need to train wrestlers from the bottom up. But we haven't been able to fully do that. I began to feel that from now on, we needed to develop talent in the sumo world.
After earning a graduate degree at Waseda University, he opened the Nishonoseki Stable in Ibaraki Prefecture in June of 2022, focusing on training wrestlers who will support the sumo world in the future.
It's been a few months since you opened your stable.
I feel that my stable is gradually becoming established, and I've been able to train wrestlers in a stable filled with my dreams. Every day, I look forward to going to the training hall, and whenever I see my apprentices losing, I feel very disappointed. Watching my apprentices growing day by day brings me much joy.
Many stables are set up near the Kokugikan Arena. So why did you open your stable in Ibaraki Prefecture?
This also has to do with the class I took at graduate school, which left a big impression on me. I was in the same class with all kinds of business owners. I think there were about 6 people. And the professor asked them to prepare a PowerPoint presentation on what kind of stable they would build if they were Kise Sato. All 6 of them had the same idea of building a stable in Ibaraki Prefecture.
Why was that?
It was because of the name value of Ibaraki for me personally. Tokyo is also saturated, and they felt that the best path for me would be to run my stable in a place where I'm best known. I also thought of Tokyo for a long time, but I always felt I wanted to give back to Ibaraki. They really had my back during my career and even established an association to support me. I realized that I could give back by building a stable there. And there are many advantages for me as well. So that's why I made that decision.
Is there anything you want to try from a management standpoint?
There are many things I want to do. Right now, I have 18 apprentices, and when you actually oversee a stable, you're entrusted with the lives of the apprentices. I have to first train them to stand on their own and advance to the sekitori, Ozeki and Yokozuna ranks. Right now, that's my big focus. And in my instruction, I approach each wrestler with that aim.
So you're focusing on training more than business or management now.
Yes, I'm putting more emphasis on that now. Basically, it's what we in the sumo world have been saying from long ago about training 3 years ahead. So I really want to take that long view and train them thinking about 3 years into the future. There are many times in sumo when you can win on the spot, when you can win without much effort. There are ways to lose and ways to win that don't have any future prospects. You can provide instruction by being tough and encouraging. There are even times when you can congratulate them when they've lost.
Congratulate them when they lose.
There's sumo that you can't congratulate them even if they win. This is something I make clear in my instruction. If anything, wrestlers that are only hungry for short-term wins won't advance to higher ranks. That's why I instruct my apprentices in a way to produce strong wrestlers as an extension of forward-looking training.
Many of our viewers are in Asia, and I'd like to ask what your thoughts are about overseas sumo fans.
Before the pandemic, many people from overseas came to the Kokugikan arena and cheered the wrestlers in unique ways.
In what way?
You could say in a rumbling style of cheering, which is a bit different from the way Japanese people cheer. They created a great atmosphere, but then the pandemic came, and we now have few overseas spectators. By watching sumo, you can learn about Japanese culture. Every movement in sumo has a meaning. The stamping in the ring and sprinkling of salt. So you can learn about Japanese culture just by watching sumo, and I truly hope people overseas come to see sumo.
Stablemaster Nishonoseki is aiming to take his stable to a new era and nurture sumo wrestlers of the next generation, something we're all looking forward to seeing.